Hey, this is Awesome Arcades. It's just a quick video to show you what the gameplay looks like on the Deluxe Classic Cocktail. You can tell this is the Deluxe because it's got a 24-inch LED monitor and a trackball. This particular cabinet has been upgraded with 8-direction joysticks, which you actually don't need for the 60 game board. But if you wanted to upgrade in the future to a 412 board, you might want to get those. They're available during checkout. So when you lift up the lid of that cabinet, and this is covered more in other videos, but I'll just show you real quick. Inside, you're going to find this. This is called a JAMMA harness. It's going to have a bunch of wires, a little space, and then 3 wires. Your JAMMA board looks like this. Looks like kind of like an old Nintendo game. Now, some JAMMA boards don't have a case on it like this, but they all have this. And so in order to plug your board in, you're going to take this thing, and you're going to press it onto that. I would do it, but I'm holding the phone with one hand, but that's it. You press that onto there, and then if you have a monitor, you do need to plug in the monitor here where the VGA cable goes. If you have a trackball, it goes there. So just to give you a peek, if you lift up the lid, that's what it looks like. And so on the board itself, there's a little switch. There's like 4 little, they look like little tiny light switches. If you flip switch number 4 and turn the board on, you can go into the setup mode, and that's where you can make changes, where you can take it and make it coin operated versus free play. You can increase the number of lives that you get per credit. You can increase or decrease the difficulty level. And so there's a bunch of changes, and we'll have other videos that kind of walk you through that. It's pretty easy, but I'll make a video for you. And so while the board is running in the background, you're just going to see it cycle through various games so you can see what they are. To exit out of that and go back to the menu, you press the 1-player start button. Now, right now it's on free play. If it was on coin operated mode, which a lot of the boards are when you first get them, you won't be able to move anything. So you move the joystick and it won't respond. What you'll need to do is either switch it to free play using the method I mentioned earlier with the little light switches on the board, or you can add credits by opening this coin door, and then on the inside, right there's a little switch. So when you drop a coin through here, the coin goes through and presses that little switch down. So to the extent that you tap that 3 times, you would now have 3 credits. You can also lock it back up if you want to limit how many games your kids play, something like that. And so once you add credits, if there's a particular game you're not familiar with, first of all, you're going to see screen 1 of 10. It has 60 total, so it'll say 1 of 10, 2 of 10, all the way up to 10 of 10 for a grand total of 60. But if there's a game that you're not familiar with, from the menu screen, press the, It's the A button. The A button will give you a preview of what that game looks like. To back out of the preview, you just press the A button again. This is the A button, button number 1. And if there's a game you want to play, you just press the 1-player start button. Now on this game, on this board, once you've entered a game, the only way to exit that game is to die the number of times you have lives. So if you have 3 lives, you're going to have to die 3 times. When that happens, it'll automatically take you back to that menu screen that we just saw. And so one of the differences between this board and the other 412 board, the 412 board allows you to pause the game, and you could exit the game in the middle of play. And so on the 412 board, you just press and hold the start button and a little window pops up. It's just like Control-Alt-Delete on a computer. You could pause it and go back in. Unfortunately for this board, that is not the case. On the 60 board, this is the only board that will save any kind of initials, but it's kind of misleading. So the website will say it saves initials. It saves the top, it'll say it saves scores. It saves the top high score only, nothing else, and it doesn't save the initials. And so they'll say it saves high scores, but it's not going to save them in the traditional sense of what you would expect. It's only going to save the top score, and it doesn't save any initials. And you saw it kind of flash there for a split second. But you'll notice that we've died 3 times, and now we're back to the main menu. And so that's what the 60 game board looks like for gameplay. Let me load up the world's most popular game here so you can see what it looks like. I have had some people say they're concerned about the 24-inch LED because the 19-inch is more of a square. This one is a 16:9. and the standard is a 4:3 as far as the aspect ratio. So 4:3 aspect ratio is how they traditionally came. 16:9 is more of a widescreen. But you'll notice the image is not stretched. It does not cut off in the corners. It does fill the video, and it does not mess up the image.